What's up, people? My name is Danon, and I'm sitting right here on the couch of conversation with my beautiful wife,
Linetia
and we
or
are
Team
Team Tasby,
Tasby
where we empower married couples to build long lasting legacies.
because it's not about what you possess now, but it's about what you leave for the next generation.
Let's jump into it. But before we do, don't forget to like, share, follow. We really been appreciating all the feedback, the comments, the love. Man, we excited about this. Babe, what's the highlight of our week? We are
Man,
boring people now.
we not
We are
boring.
boring. Sometimes
We
we boring.
sometimes it's okay
What's
to
our
be
highlight of the week?
simple sometimes. The highlight for me the week is I had the opportunity to see you in your element. He likes to well, back in the day, he told me he used to like to fix on bikes.
Mm.
And I had an opportunity to see him fix on a bike this weekend. And I was like, oh, you actually did like
Oh
fixing
Lord.
on bikes.
Yeah, my nephew came down and hung out with us this weekend, and he brought his bike
Yeah.
and it needed a little work.
Yeah.
So I've been talking about it a long time. So I
I've never
guess
seen him.
I guess something had to come where it's like, all right, you've been talking about this a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I used to love to fix on bikes from breaking them down to building them back up.
Man.
But that was kind of my thing, and I
Man.
enjoyed it. I enjoyed helping him get
Yeah.
his bike back running, and at least where he can ride it.
Yes. I was like, man, he know what he doing. He was naming all the parts. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I had bikes in my backyard. I never had a new bike growing up. I didn't get a new bike. We just took old bikes and we made it work. Hey, this
Hey,
how you have to do.
you have to do what you have to
You
do.
gotta do what you gotta do, man. That's what you gotta do. So
It
I
was cool.
appreciate that, babe.
You're
I
welcome.
enjoyed family. We had opportunity to, like I said, my nephew came
Yeah,
and
that was cool.
he got out of the box, got out a little bit, and came down here to see his auntie and uncle, and we, really had a good time with him
We
hanging
did.
out. So
We did.
that was our highlight of the week, man. Told you we
Yeah.
boring. Sometimes we boring. We
Sometimes
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yes, so let's jump into it. Today we're gonna be asking the simple question: did
Man,
I marry the right person?
did I?
Did I marry, or did you marry the right person, babe?
Man, that's a good one right there. It's so many ways you can go about that because you can say, did I marry the right person now that you're in the marriage? Or you can say, before I marry this person, let me make sure they are the right person.
Right.
So it can go either way.
So if you in a relationship already and you looking over out the side of your eye at that person, like, did I marry the right person? Did I choose the right person? We're just gonna talk about it a little bit, have a conversation,
Yes.
open it up for discussion, and see, where we go, where it ends up. So
Yeah.
I think we should start with the financial part. I believe
That's
finances
it.
before or even now in a marriage is really a big deal. For us, we brought it. We're gonna break up counseling because we did go to premarital counseling, and one of the questions they asked us was, "How are we gonna
That's
spend and save our money? Are we gonna have a joint
joint
account,
account or a
separate
separate.
account?" And that was something we thought about it, but we didn't to the degree of what we was gonna be doing with our money personally,
Yeah.
paying bills, helping family members. So that was one of the questions we got asked in counseling that really helped us, because if you're in a relationship now after a year, 2 years, and now you're trying to figure out,
What we
man,
need to do because it appears that we are not being good stewards of our money. We're blowing money, even if you are not married yet. Ask how y'all gonna handle the bills. What who's gonna be able to handle what? Are we gonna put our money together or separately? But like he said, I know for us, it was so confusing. And thank God that we had a counselor before we got married to make us think about what are we going to do.
Money is a big deal,
It
especially in
is.
a relationship.
Yeah.
And I think the other day we was talking about, we brought this question up. My wife was like, what if the person spending all the money is the one making the least amount of money?
Yes.
Like that person, they out balling, shopping, and they make the least amount of money. Do it matter? Do
Yes,
it
it do
matter?
matter.
Do it matter if? But
Uh,
what if the person that makes the most money feel like they want to spend all the money?
that's
Is that
still
right?
not right. No,
So
that's
it
still
needs to
not
be
right.
some common
There
ground.
need to be some common ground. We are in agreement on how we're going to spend this money. Just because we have the money doesn't mean we have to spend all the money.
But you might have that person, they want to buy the latest J's, but see, they don't make the most money, and they want to get,
I'm a, you know me, I'm straightforward. I'm like, look, unless you fit to go out here and get a side gig and bring some more moolah to the table, you can go spend what you want.
but what's yours is mine, and we
It's,
are
I
one.
know, I know
When
the
we get married,
I
we
know
are
the
one.
Lord said we are one when we
Yes,
get married, but He did not say be one and be a fool.
he did.
He did not say
He
that.
did say.
He did
He
not
did
say
say that.
that. So I'm
We
sorry.
It's just something to think about because people go through these things, and when you're not talking about these, when you're not having the healthy communication about them, it can cause you to ask those questions like, did I marry the right person?
Mm-hmm.
Or why am I with this person and they not on the same wavelength
Yes.
as me? Or they thinking about buying material things and I'm thinking about investing in
Yes.
and building the future. But if you don't have those
And
healthy conversations either before
mm-hmm.
or or now, it could be really chaotic.
It really can. I think we don't realize that we have to discuss those things because somebody's going to be really deterred or get upset because that person is not on the same wavelength. They're not, that's what we mean, not equally yoked.
Right.
They're not on the same thought process of how they should handle finances. And true enough, a lot of times it's not always equal when it comes to finance. One person is going to want to spend more money than the other. But don't be so, what you call it, don't be such a tightwad to where y'all can't enjoy anything. But y'all should come to an agreement on how you're going to use the finances and set a goal. What your finance goal is. If it's to save this amount of money, if it's to invest this amount of money, that is going to be our goal. And that's going to be set to the side. Now, what we do over here, this is also, you got to set standards for it. This is what we're going to do over here. You can have this amount of money to spend, which is allowance. You can have this much money to spend, but don't overspend to where you're not keeping up with what you're doing with your finances.
So what I hear you saying, you need to have a healthy conversation
Yes.
about your money and have an open dialogue, and you can actually do these things before you get married. Like you don't have to wait. If you know you engage and you're gonna marry this person, why you gonna wait to talk about one of the most
Mm.
important things that's in a marriage, like
Mm.
right there with sex.
Mm.
Marriage and sex, they right there. So why
Mm.
you not gonna talk about
You
them?
did
You know
talk
why?
about
Because you just having too much sex.
it.
you you
Well,
having too much sex and you ain't thinking
look,
about the other stuff
well,
right now. Until all that fade away, then you're gonna be like, wait, this joker spending all the money. You know what I'm saying?
man.
When the dust
Yeah,
go away, and you ain't having sex all the time,
man.
you're gonna
Because
be like,
that's,
wait a minute, let me look at my account.
ooh,
Man,
wait a minute now.
this coming out, this ain't something ain't right. But have the healthy
Conversation.
conversation about it before you get married, or right now, so you won't have those questions. Somebody right
Yes.
now is like, did I marry the right person?
Yes.
All because of money, all
Yes.
because of finances.
Yes.
Like this. lady, because you can have a lady doing the same
You
thing,
sure can.
spending all the money on shoes, on clothes, on purses,
Purses.
on makeup, on all these things, and the guy's like out there busting his tail. He's thinking about how can I take my family to another level with maybe buying a property, getting some stocks or bonds, and investing. But she's
Hey,
like,
this goes both ways because I know some women that's working hard and the men are sitting there. They taking all the money. Times has changed.
yeah,
It's almost like it's reversing in a way where the women are working and the men's like, hey, I'm at home. I can go spend the money on my games. I can get my gadgets, my electronics, and I can stay home and just eat up everything.
it
And it goes both ways
It is both.
nowadays.
It is both ways, but you gotta have the
You
conversation.
do.
I think no matter which one is doing what, you still have to say, "Look, we need to talk about this,"
Mm-hmm.
because if not, it's gonna leave those thoughts in your
Yeah.
head where you're not communicating. You're looking at the person out the side of your eye. You checking your bank account every
Yeah.
day, which you're supposed to be doing that anyway. But you're looking at it like, wait, where this come from?
Yeah.
Why you bought that?
Yeah.
And if you don't have a allowance or a budget,
It's
it
just
could
gonna,
get real crazy.
it
Cause
really
I know
can.
for us, we was like that.
Yeah.
Like we was doing a lot to make it.
So you almost had two spenders together.
Yeah,
We both.
we was spending
Yeah.
and looking at our account like where the money is. We need some more money to come out of you, and it wasn't coming out. So you just have to sit down. Yeah, we was looking at the account like, wait, what is this? OD overdraft. Oh, okay. So
It's funny now, but thank
yeah, oh, it
God.
wasn't funny then, but
No.
now those things could come up where you, if you don't talk about it, if you don't have those conversations, you're gonna be like looking at each other with those question marks, and I think you should do it before you get married. That's
Yes,
the
you
best
need to.
time. If someone's listening to this and you're not married yet and y'all haven't had that conversation, for the sake of the relationship,
Yes.
wait before
Yes.
you walk down that aisle and
Yes.
say I do,
Mm-hmm.
just to have that one conversation,
Yeah.
because you might find out something that will save you years of your life,
Mm-hmm.
a headache, and problems if you haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, you need to ask the question, what are your goals when we get married? How are we going to handle our finances? Are we going to get a joint account? What is our investments? And how are we going to budget? Am I the budgeter? Are we going to write this down together? Are we going to sit down together and strategize our finances? Ask them questions.
Yes, because you don't want to be, again, looking at this person like, man, what's going on? I didn't know all this because you didn't ask those questions, those simple but hard questions. Because I look at it like this: when you first get into a relationship, the number one thing that you are thinking about is a physical appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Most people get caught up in how he look, how she look, oh she fine, and oh we having the best sex.
Going out to
And
eat. We
you're not
doing dates.
you're not thinking about that
No.
because when it hits you and you've been married a year and you struggling to pay a light bill
Mm-hmm.
just because you didn't have that simple conversation. I think it would really help you in your marriage to answer that one question: did I marry the right person?
Yes. That's good. That is good. Well, the next thing you should ask is, do we believe in the same God? And that's a question you should ask because you don't want to be unequally yoked. You can have one person that's an unbeliever, one that's a believer. If you have that, I would ask, just speaking on our behalf, I know for us, if he was not a believer and I was, in my head, I'm thinking, when I have trials, Can I turn to him or ask my spouse, I'm having some issues. Can we read together or can you pray for me?
So let me ask you this: have you ever dated somebody that didn't believe in God?
Yes, I have.
Tell us about that. Just
Oh,
give us,
oh,
because I have too. Like
yeah.
we had different beliefs, but yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
I had someone that didn't, they believed in some other deity. And it ended up affecting me because I was a believer before I met this person. But they influenced me to step away from my belief. And in the back of my head, I was like, there's something wrong, but I still was with him. And I noticed when I would have, like I said, when I asked the question, who was going to pray for me? When I was going through things and trials and issues, I couldn't turn to him and ask him, hey, can you come pray with me? So I felt alone, like I was just out there. When you don't have a covering or of God, you really are left alone because you have no one to talk to. That's your foundation. That's who you can turn to and ask for strength, for encouragement, for love, for comfort. I didn't have nobody to turn to. I was just feeling alone. And then it was like there were times because he didn't believe, it would be like, why are you acting so hellish? We would have so much hell in our relationship. We was going through a lot. I mean, from the unfaithfulness to the trust issues to the belittling. And I think if you're a true believer, I believe the kindness you show to your partner if you're a believer because you know what God requires of you and kindness is one of them and how you treat others. And I think that really just tore my spirit down to where I was feeling depressed and bitter because I didn't have a true worshiper with me or a true believer where I can come and confide and we can read together, we can pray together, he can uplift me. I didn't have that.
Well, a lot of times we rebel on what
That's true.
our parents
Oh, that was it. You saying.
what our parents say, because I went through it too. A lot of people, we don't want to. It's like when you say don't do something, don't
That's what
date
we
her,
do.
don't date him. Guess who we going to date? Guess who we going to talk to? So a lot of times, God gives us the the wisdom and the directions, but we not listening because we so caught up in our feelings and we so caught up in this what I want to do. So guess what? God just turns you over, or your family just say, "Hey," because it happened to me, and I've been in those same relationships with people that didn't believe that was. Man, I don't even know if they had a relationship with God,
Wow.
but you're not thinking about that. You just in it so you can have your own way, do your own thing, and at the end of the day, that will mess you up, especially if you marry that person. Just think if we would have married the people that we thought was the ones, we would be, man. I don't know.
No.
I'd probably,
I don't
I'm
know. I
divorced.
really,
I'm out of there.
yeah, I think that's
And I
what
know
would have happened.
I know
Yeah,
divorce is not the
we
first
don't
thing you're
talk about.
supposed to
Yeah,
talk about, but
yeah, I can't see where they would have led.
if you asking the question, did I marry the right person? And you sitting there and not saying that they bad
Yeah,
people. What we
no,
saying is y'all have two different beliefs. For as you believe in God, he's an atheist. We're not saying that you can't date, you can't win that person over.
yes,
What we
pray
saying
about it.
is you should ask those questions up front and really dig deep, especially when it comes to your
Yes,
spirituality, because that's a deep one. Like my wife said, if you need somebody to pray with you, somebody encourage you, and then you look over there, they like, you
yeah.
need to shut up. You
This
need
the
to,
real world.
yeah,
This is
listen to.
life is what it
We don't
is.
believe in no God over
Yeah.
here. God who? I'm God. I'm the one making this happen. So just be mindful of that when you are in those. You got something else to say?
No, I was just gonna say if someone is in that type of relationship, I would say pray about it. Ask God to change their hearts and he will answer. Just keep praying about it. Keep praying about it.
Yeah, also, if y'all need some counseling, we have a counselor we can refer you to. Just either inbox us,
Hmm.
DM us, let us just send us a message. Hey, I need a referral for a good counselor. And y'all hit us up, let us know. We'll share our counselor that we go to with you guys. We don't mind because we're here
Yes.
to serve and help marriages. That's what we're here
Yes.
for.
They're a good counselor.
Yes. Also, we want to say your spiritual walk. My wife actually hit on it a little bit. Your spiritual walk to come together is important. It's important because you guys can pray together.
Hmm.
This is things you could do before you go to the counselor.
Hmm.
You can read your word together. You can take out time and study books.
Yeah.
Uh,
Together.
all the material we have in the world now, easy access. Why don't we use it? Pull up a book on marriage. How can
Yes.
we handle disagreements? How
Yes.
can we come together spiritually? How can we encourage each other?
What financial books you can read? The Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's how to budget for beginners. Read that. Anything to help you enhance your relationship.
Yes, it really will help if you can come on one accord spiritually.
Hmm.
I think the main foundation of your marriage is your spiritual walk.
Yes.
If you can get that spiritual walk with you, your spouse, and God
Mm.
in alignment, everything else will start lining up.
Yes, it will.
The peace of God, the understanding of your spouse, you to have patience, to be humble, walk in
Yes.
humility, because marriage is a walk where you're not gonna be able to walk in pride.
No.
You're not gonna have an ego. At our marriage, one of my cousins told me, he said, the key to marriage is to out love the other person. If you guys are spending time trying to see how much more I can love her, that's a marriage. You in
Hmm.
competition to see how I can love this person.
Yeah.
What else can I do for you? How can I make your life better? What is it that I can do?
Mm.
And once you have that competition going, both of y'all are in a fight to make the other one feel just as loved as God would have you to feel. So,
That's it. Because God is love.
yes, He is. And if
So,
He's in your marriage, okay, let me backtrack.
hmm,
It's not perfect. So, we're not perfect. Our
no.
marriage is not perfect. But what we do is we fight every day.
Yeah.
We wake up and be intentional about loving each other
Yes.
because God put us together. He put us together to solve problems. He put us together to build a legacy. He put us together to break generational curses.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
put us together to encourage each other.
Mm-hmm. That's a,
Don't let me do all the talking, baby.
oh,
You
that's
go.
okay. You own it. You
Cause you
on the
know,
roll. I'm telling you, I'm sitting here like, man, you better speak.
well, that's what he
It's
did.
true. It
Yeah.
is so true because God is love. Like I said, God is love, and that is why He want you to be yoked together. And I think about the scripture that says, "Don't be unequally yoked."
Hmm.
So I can't. When you yoke up, I remember you showed me when you yoke up a cow together, right? They're
Hmm.
together. And you yoke them up to do it can be plowing or it can be just simply as being in the field together. They are equal, and one cannot pull faster than the other.
Mm-mm.
When they do that, from my understanding, they have to be together to accomplish what they are set out to do. And that's how God want us to do. He want us to be on the same playing field. If one is lacking, the other's supposed to pull the other one up. If the other one's up, the other's supposed to come up with them. So it's a balancing thing when you are together in a marriage. And that's what you have to remind yourself is, I am here for a purpose to help my mate, and they are to help me. It's not no one-sided story.
It's like your favorite scripture in Matthew
Oh, yes, it is.
is come to me all you who are labor and heavy laden.
Like, yes,
Fast
that's
forward
right.
through it said, because take my
My
yoke,
yoke.
learn from me,
Yeah, for my yoke is easy
and my
and my
burden
burden
is
is
light.
light.
So being yoked up with God or being yoked with a
Hmm.
partner, you have no weaknesses because if I feel weak and she's
Mm-hmm.
strong, we pulling each other.
Mm-hmm.
We pulling together. But when you unyoked and when you on different playing fields, you gonna think you all by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But when you yoked up with Christ, if you yoked up with your spouse and y'all on the same level, same playing field, it's nothing you can't do. It's nothing you can't do.
Mm-mm.
You will succeed at
Yeah.
everything you do. It's impossible to fail because if God puts you two together for that reason, He's gonna make sure He accomplish why He put y'all together.
Mm-hmm. Work together. That's it. You got me. You got me wired up. I'm like, man, that's so. That's so good because all I think about is us. You can accomplish more than you think you can, because two is better than one.
Yes,
That's the thing, and it's so hard by yourself. But if you have that right person with you that can push you to the limit, because that's one thing I can say about my husband. When I'm low, feeling low, and like I'm just tired, depleted, this dude will push me to where I'm like, okay, all right. And then I just get a fresh breath of air and then I'm like, okay, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And we can do it. We
she do
do.
the same thing to me. It's we both do each other that way because we have come to a place after 17 years to ask that question: Did I marry the right
Mm-hmm.
person? Because we used to be like, we got stories we could tell that we had these questions,
Mm-hmm.
but it took time for us to get here. It's a process.
Mm-hmm.
You have to lose yourself. You
Yeah.
can't just continue to think the same way. You
Yeah.
can't continue to take ideas from your past relationship and say it worked then, it's gonna work now. That's comparison, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to be comparing your spouse to anybody. This is new, this is fresh, so you have to let go of yourself. I know, don't lose your identity. That's
Yeah.
don't become some type of robot.
No.
But you have to understand your spouse on another level where you can say, babe, I know that hurt your feelings and you ain't said nothing because we've had those conversations. We listen to the voice of God.
Yeah.
We study together. We pray together. We take time to have a healthy conversation without doing it belittling. So we do those things so we can grow
Yes.
and we can mature in our marriage and have a healthy marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Did I marry the right person?
I
Oh,
don't
hey,
know.
listen.
Look, I don't know.
I
That's
did
we
marry the right
did.
person. I did marry the right person.
Yes.
We've been through a lot. We've been through some trials. We broke up. We got back
Before.
together. Both of us went through like some crazy experiences for his dating world and still coming back together because
It wa-
we wanted to be with
together.
each other.
Then too, it wasn't we took ourselves out of it and asked God, if He's meant for me, show me.
Yes. So we ask those questions because if you're in a bad relationship, you have to say, is this the person I want to spend the rest of my life with? And once you do that, think about that. This is somebody you say you want to spend the rest of your life with. Ask that question before. Don't wait till you get married to say if this the person.
What are some things you think would help you find out that you married the right person?
I think it's just loving that person. You have to love that person for who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get to that point in the relationship where you are just, I'm just going to be in love with you. I'm just going to love you for who you are, where
Mm-hmm.
you at in life. I'm not going to try to change you. And I believe that's where real progress starts, real healing begins, because God put y'all together for a reason. And if you asking those questions, maybe it's just love that you need instead of asking those questions. Just love the person because it was something that brought y'all together. Either physical attraction or you saw some characteristics that you liked about that person that brought y'all together. So just find a way to love them. That's what I would suggest because that's the nucleus, the key to any relationship is love. I think you talked about God being love and understanding that no matter what happens, we should love one another, especially in our marriage.
Love is just loving them unconditional. If I loved you when I first met you, it shouldn't change because your looks are because I've loved you for your character. I love you for the support you give me, and love is the key to everything.
I feel like a lot of times we think love looks the same
Mm-mm.
and it don't look the same. If you Our love for each other is not what it was when we got married
No.
in 2008. It changes. So if you asking that question, maybe you still trying to love the person you met instead of the person that
They're
you have
becoming.
you have grown with that person. We are changing every day, and I can't love you like when we first met
No.
because we have grown so much,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't expect you to be that same person.
No.
And maybe that's why you asking that question: did I marry the right person?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not in love with the person you're married with now.
Mm-hmm.
You in love with the person you met 10 years
Yeah,
ago.
and they have matured some, and they are more on a deeper level in life.
Maybe they did mature.
Yeah, true,
Maybe they stayed the same way.
true.
And maybe something happened to them where they didn't grow. But guess what? You still have to love them if you chose to be with that
Yep,
person. So
yep.
that's just my I think that's one part of it, just loving that person for who God gave you to
Yes,
love
yep.
and just figuring it out. What's some ways or some things we can move forward with to get to know our spouse or feeling that question, did I marry the right person?
Mm. Well, when you say, "Did I marry the right person is the person you choose over and over again. That person that you chose when you got married, it's your choice to choose them again and again and
So you
again.
keep choosing me.
I keep choosing you.
Keep choosing.
Yes.
she she chooses me every
Yes.
day. I'm chosen, y'all.
Yes. I keep choosing you. It's a decision that you have to make. It's like making the decision you make when you go to work. You have to make the decision to get up every morning to go to work.
Let
You
me
might
tell you
not
this,
feel
babe.
like
It
it.
feels good to be chosen every day. I thank you for choosing me
You're
every day.
welcome.
I choose you every day too, babe.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate
Oh
you.
yeah.
Yeah. But he trying to distract
No,
me.
not. I'm telling her, yo, look. I'm telling her how I feel, y'all.
Oh my gosh. But it's so true. That's the key is when you see that person on a daily basis, choose to love them. Choose to see them for who they are. Choose to work out you guys communication. Choose to work on the respect. You have to choose your love for that person on a daily basis. It's not easy, but you choose it. It's on you to make that decision to choose to love them
Choose them every day. That's a
every
good. I
day.
love that, babe. I'm gonna write that down. Take that with me because that is a big part of filling in the blank of did I marry the right person? Maybe you should be asking yourself, am I loving the right person?
Mm-hmm.
Am I loving them for who they are? Am I right there where they at? Everybody's at a different level. And that's the beautiful thing about marriage. Sometimes I feel good, sometimes I don't. Sometimes she feel good,
Yeah.
sometimes she don't. And when we see that in each other, we encourage, we push and say, babe, it's gonna be all right. We're gonna make it. I can give y'all a little story. I was about to leave Texas and I was out of here. My wife was like, look, well, we was dating at the time.
Dating, yeah.
She was like, look, just try one more time. Just I was going back home. I was finna get out of here. But she
Yes.
was like, just try it one more time. And I think I had hit a tight situation with my bills and where I was staying at. But she encouraged me, keep going. And I was at that place of like, I'm done.
Done.
So I brought that in just to kind of tie in what we're talking about. You need that person to love you for who you are and where you are in your life. They might need you tomorrow. You
They
will
will.
need them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
She gonna need me, and we've been that way with each other for 17 years,
17.
where we encourage each other, we lift each other up.
Oh, I want to say real quick, you have to see good in your spouse.
Yes,
It's not about what they might have done to you yesterday or the day before. I saw the good in him before I married him, and I didn't want that to discourage him. So encourage your spouse or your partner that you plan on marrying, because y'all gonna have to do this repetitively over and over. It's always pouring in to your spouse when you don't feel like it. Because I know when you said that, when you told me I'm about to go back home, I was like, no, I think he deserved the opportunity to try again, and I know he can make it.
mm,
And that's what you have to see in your partner. And if you can't see that, if you can't see that in your partner, then you don't might need to get married, because you're going to have to be the person that pour into them. Not them always pouring into you, but you are to pour into them also. It is a constant refilling. You have to constantly refill your spouse up with love, with the encouragement. And that's what I saw in him. I saw that he could make it.
I think that's a takeaway. You have to see that in that person. They might not be your husband or wife right now, but that could be one of the things that answer that question. Am I marrying the right person? What do you see in them?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see good in them? They telling you now. Do you see bad in them? Are they always belittling you, pulling you down? Is
Mm-hmm.
it taking your energy? The
Sure.
question is really being answered already. You
It
just have to
is.
see it.
It is.
And if you already married, y'all need to have a conversation, a real deep conversation where y'all talking about these things that are hurting you, that are making you ask that question. Did I marry the right
Mm-hmm.
person? Am I
It,
with the right person?
yes. If you have a conversation with your spouse and say, hey, I feel like you're not pouring into me, I'm always pouring into you. I just need also a little bit of encouragement sometimes. It don't hurt to be honest. It don't mean to be rude, but keep it where you don't have to sugarcoat it, but you asking them out of kindness and out of love. I need you to reciprocate what I'm giving you.
That's what I was gonna say. It's how you say it. Cause if you going in there with an attitude, say, "Hey, you need to pour into me. I need this from you," the person might shut down,
Mm-hmm.
and then it may just get worse and worse over time. But if you either write it down or if you set out time to tell them in a right environment, because everything is timing and how you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you come in, that person had a bad day, and now you demanding them to treat you like this royal figure, and you don't understand they been getting into it at work or having a road rage or the kids tripping, the money funny, and now you walking the demanding to be poured into.
Mm.
They might snap.
Yeah.
They might go off on you.
Yeah.
And now you back, you way back. You ain't at square one no more. You
No.
way back.
Like the square one.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
goodness.
before you way back before square one, because your timing, delivery was off, and how you was saying it was not gonna be effective when
Mm-hmm.
you approaching your spouse. Think about that. That's a part of mindset, and if you don't have the right mindset to go and approach your spouse, the right mindset to be humble, the right mindset to let your ego go,
Yeah.
the right mindset to say, we need prayer. We need God in this. it all boils down to your mindset and how you see things. I wasn't seeing things right. I was saying I need to get out of here, and this was before we got married. I need to leave
Mm-hmm.
because look, I ain't got time for this. It's too much for me.
Yeah.
I can go back and start over at home.
Mm.
But my wife saw something in me. She had the mindset to see what I couldn't see. And sometimes your spouse need that.
Yes, the mindset is a huge factor too in your marriage. The mindset is saying, how can we change this together? What are we going to do in this situation when you having hard times? How we is not me, because you can't do it by yourself, because you have someone in your equation. So you can't say, I'm going to figure this out by myself.
Mm-mm.
No, you're going to have to change your mindset from the I to we. There's no I in team.
Right.
So we can't do it by ourselves. We are the team together, team Tasby, team
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
You have to do it together. Change your mindset of thinking, I'm in this by myself.
Another way that we could deal with this question of did I marry the right person?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are, like my wife said, choosing to love that person, it's a choice.
Yeah.
We're making a choice
Yeah.
to love who God has given us. Now I have to put myself in the right mindset. How do I do that?
Yeah.
How do I communicate this? How do I change me? How do I let go of pride? How do I let go of ego? How do I release what
Yeah.
hurt me in my past? It's a mindset. It's choosing. It's not one thing. It's a combination of things that we have to do on
Yes.
a daily basis.
Daily.
That's what she said. Daily. She choosing me daily.
Daily. I am. I am choosing him daily.
And I'm choosing her too. We've
Oh,
been together 17 years,
man.
and we thank God for our marriage because marriage is the foundation of family. And
Yes.
we are losing so many marriages in this world that it's affecting our communities.
Yes.
It's affecting our relationship with our kids. It's affecting our relationship with our parents, everyone, our jobs. And when we can build the marriage, the foundation of what God created, we can build something great and we can build our communities back.
And that community involves God also.
Yes, yes. So takeaways is mindset, choosing
Choosing your spouse on a daily basis.
communication, healthy communication.
Yes. And respect.
And most importantly is your relationship with God. Maybe y'all just need to pray.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe y'all need to find some scriptures that line up with what y'all need to work on and fix. If it's depression, if it's trauma, it's all in the Word of God.
It is.
If it's finances, it's
It's
all in the Word of God. Find those scriptures, spend that time with God, and I will bet He'll fix it. He will if you are committed to doing it.
Yes. Commit to goals and strategies together and see what God will do.
All right. What you think?
I enjoyed this session.
Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. We are excited. We thank you guys for tuning in this fall. We really appreciate it. And look, we out with another episode. Team Tasby, man. Love y'all, man.
Love ya.
Be good.